Hello.
Hello. See, you got your end working now?
Okay. Good to know.
So, we're going to chat about music today. Okay?
Great. My favorite.
See, I'm trying to capture you for like, what, the past 5-10 minutes? You just would not stop talking. And as soon as this fires up,
I know.
you just lock all up. But that's okay. I'm going to try to fuel some of your fire here.
This is why you need... Anyway, whatever.
What? Why do I need what?
Nothing.
You mentioned...
We're going to talk about this.
We're going to talk about this. Okay. So, this all started... You've already known it. These people don't know it. But this all started...
Oh, by the way, welcome to the Butler Show.
Yes, this is the Butler Show. This all started on the ride home. Excuse you. Yeah? You okay? You need some tissues?
You need tissues.
I don't need tissues.
Yes, you do.
Do I? I don't need tissues.
You do.
That's fine. It took care of it.
Okay.
It's done.
Sorry. Okay, go.
Is that why you did the booger check earlier?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yes.
Am I clear now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Camera's far away. They didn't pick the booger up. So that's
I
good.
know. It was like a string.
Just looks like dry skin.
No.
At least to me.
No.
No, from the people, not to me.
Whatever.
Okay, let's focus here. At least you're a little bit more talkative this time.
Okay, anyway. Music!
We're just hanging out. Okay,
Yeah.
so,
Talking about boogers.
talking about boogers. See, that wasn't planned in the show.
Whatever.
People like that. This is
Okay.
what I'm trying to capture.
I know.
So, that's the whole idea.
Sorry.
So, yes, all this started on the way home. So, I go through the channels. And I know we got our classical music channel.
Which we always play all the time because there's nothing on the radio.
Yeah. It's a local channel here in Tulsa. For anybody not living in Tulsa, it's a local channel from our TU University, right? Is that where it's at?
University of Tulsa.
And what they do is they broadcast classical music all day long. It's all they do. And we listen to it. It's kind of like ambient noise when we're driving, if there's nothing on the radio, when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
And now we got a new...
Oliver app.
We got an Oliver app. It's a app from a YouTuber that we watch, and his name's Oliver the Beagle, and we love him. He's great.
Yeah.
And
That's for another day.
that's another day. He's got an app. He plays music. It's great. We sleep to it at night. Really nice. So, I start going home, okay? And I'm tuning through the channels because they're on a commercial during the classical music. And I go to a classic rock channel that plays, I got a bunch of artists here I've written down, that plays the likes of your Queen, Van Halen, Rush, Phil Collins, all those guys.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sure you've heard of a few of those. And
Yeah.
they played the Foo Fighters song, My Hero.
No.
Now, mind you, that CD came out, I think it came out in 96 or 97.
Yeah.
So I was about probably either 9 to 10 years old or going from 10 to 11 years old, somewhere in that area. And I know that you're like, what, 2 years my senior? 2.5 years my senior?
No, just 2 years older than you.
That's what my senior. That's what it means.
Anyway, I don't know.
That's
what
the
that
nice way of
means.
saying it. You're 2 years older.
Oh, okay.
You want me to just plain Jane it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that term means. Anyway, whatever.
The senior? It means they're older. So it's like my mom, for example.
That's fine.
We're going off. Here we go.
I know.
And my mom, for example, she is... Oh, how old is she? I know how old she is.
Know.
I'm not going to say it. But let's just say she is 50 years older than me. She's not, but just say that, for example. If she is 50 years older than me, then you would say 50 years my senior.
Okay.
Is that how that works?
I don't know. This is why I don't use that term.
I think
This is why
it's the polite way of saying, oh, they're 50 years older than you are.
I doubt that. We're going to have to Google it later.
Okay. You tell us
Anyway.
that if that's the case. So, they're playing a Foo Fighters song, My Hero.
Yeah,
Our
I
song,
know.
in our generation.
Good song.
A great song.
Yeah.
But it made me realize that
We old.
we're getting older. It's hitting us now. We're starting to be in the classic rock channels.
No.
How do you feel about that?
No thanks.
No thanks? You don't like that?
This is the 90s, early 2000s. We should be played on K-hits.
K-hits?
Yeah. 92.1 The Beat.
All the normal stations?
Yes. Not classic rock.
So, I will tell you what I grew up on, okay? Of course, I get a lot of my music from my parents. And they're a little bit older than I am. So, my mother...
A little bit.
A little bit older. Just a little bit.
Sure.
My mother is really into country music. Now, I'm not saying like, 90s country music. I'm saying like 70s.
Right.
So I wrote some down here. She likes the Buck Owens, Conway Twitty, Kenny Rogers, Hank Williams. Mm-hmm. That kind of music.
Yeah.
Okay? So then spending time with her and growing up, kind of figuring out what kind of music I like to begin with, I start listening to good stuff. Now, this is early 90s good music. Good, solid country music. Not the bullshit that they have now. This is good music. All you country music fans will like this for a little bit. George Strait.
Yeah.
He's like the god of country music. Tim McGraw, Garth Brooks, Johnny Cash, Alan Jackson. I've always liked Alan Jackson. Mm-hmm. Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Shania Twain for kind of different reasons.
Whatever. Anyway.
Randy Travis, Vince Gill, real solid country music. My mom, she listened to all that when I was a kid. And, of course, her favorite is
Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam, she is nuts. She's nuts. She's crazy about him. Kind of like you and your Donnie when it comes to new kids.
I know.
That's the equivalent. It's like you and Donnie is my mom
and Dwight
Yoakam. So, what did you listen to? Hold on, let me go to my dad.
I was gonna say
my dad.
Someone.
My dad, he would listen to classic rock. So he would do like Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, Pat Benatar, the Rolling Stones, Chicago.
70s, 80s stuff.
He's a big, I don't know why, he's a huge Cher fan.
I don't know.
I don't know where that comes from, but he's a huge Cher fan. And that's in the mix of AC/DC and Queen and Van Halen, Rush, Blue Oyster Cult. I've always liked Phil Collins when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. Huey Lewis and the News, even though they're kind of like in the 80s.
Right.
Kind of category. Still. And, of course, the Police, which I've always kind of liked the Police. Now, those are my parents. What did your parents listen to?
My parents listened to 40s, 50s, and 60s.
40s, 50s, and 60s.
So, like, my dad and I, we would listen to Frank Sinatra. My mom in the car, we would listen to the oldies station back in the day. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think.
So, like, Bing Crosby.
Yeah, and then
there's the Andrews Sisters that I've heard.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank.
But the 40s, 50s, and 60s, the swing musics?
No, that's 20s.
So, like, I think that were the Beatles back in there at that time?
The Beatles. And
a little bit like late 60s, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. And then, like, if we could play some music, I'd totally be like, yep, that.
I
yep,
can't.
That. Yep, that. Yep, that.
YouTube does not like it when I play stuff that's not mine.
We can't do it then.
I've tried that.
It's not happening.
Unless you got like a copyright license, or I can't do that. It costs thousands of dollars and lots of money and paperwork. Nope. Okay. Well, we're kind of stuck with this, so bear with us here. So that's what your parents listened to.
Yeah.
Now, what did you listened to when you were growing up?
I listened to that because Mom didn't like, one of the local stations that I've already mentioned. But
The K-Hits.
The K-Hits,
Which
yeah.
they play all the pop music, the NSYNCs and the Backstreet Boys.
Well, yeah, back in the day.
Okay. What did they play before
Not
that?
anymore.
Do you know? No. We'll get to now. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get to now.
No, when we tuned into it, it was 90s music.
Okay.
So they were playing, Hanson, Backstreet Boys,
Yeah.
NSYNC, Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls.
Yeah,
I like them for other reasons as well.
I know. Anyway.
I feel like every boy in my generation may have not have gone nuts over the Spice Girls, but at least known who they are, and at least it's like, I like women now. It's weird. They don't have cooties. At least I hope not.
Sure.
I mean, they got other things going on, other craziness going on.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever.
So then, let me see my notes here, because we're gonna go off on our music here in a second.
Oh, I know.
Because I wrote
You
this
got
down.
a list.
I wrote a lot of stuff down for today's
You
show.
got prepared.
I got prepared for this one. Since we can't play any music, we can talk about music
Yep.
and go from there. So, what I really got into, so I had a little bit of that. I had a little bit of my mom's country music. I had my dad's classic rock.
Yeah.
There were some groups that they would share. So like Chicago, my
Yeah.
mom and dad both love Chicago.
Right.
The Beatles, the Beach Boys, they would
Beach
share.
Boys are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would share bands that they liked.
Right.
But of course they had their own, like my mom with her country and my dad with his classic rock. So they had their own unique taste, but they also shared some bands.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of that one. Music that I like as a kid. Now we're going to get into the fun stuff. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Now we're going to get into the fun stuff. When I was a kid, I listened to soft rock.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I listened to soft rock. Here's some artists for you. Savage Garden.
Well, yeah, but
Remember
that's
that?
not soft rock.
Seal.
That's not soft rock.
Oh, have you heard Kiss from a Rose?
Yes, I know.
That's the song that had me oh my God, there's this thing called music.
Oh, jeez.
Because it was in a Batman movie and I was a kid and I liked
I
Batman.
know.
Peter Cetera.
Yeah.
He was in Chicago.
Yes.
Goo Goo Dolls.
That's not soft rock.
That's so. Compared to what we're going to get into, it is. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, that's not soft rock either, but anyway, keep going.
What? Sting?
Yeah.
That's soft rock.
Dave is not soft rock.
Dave Matthews Band?
No.
So you don't put that in soft rock?
No. He's in his own category.
He's in his own category.
Yeah.
What about Counting Crows?
Meh.
Meh.
It's all top 40.
Yeah, but it wasn't so angry. It wasn't.
No, the angry stuff goes on 104.
Yeah. About to get to that right
I
now.
know.
So.
And then a little bit of, yeah, we can play it, but we're not going to play it all the time.
Right.
Because there's a channel already for that
Right.
type of thing.
So
we're going to stick to top 40.
So that's kind of what I heard growing up. Was this soft, who's the other one? Natalie
Imbruglia.
I
You
think.
can't say her. The girl who sings the Torn song.
Yeah, that
in
one.
the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's walking around.
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
Those.
Yeah.
Those. That's the category. That's what I listened to growing up. And then.
Every time I hear Alanis Morissette, I think of Dogma. Have
Okay.
you seen that movie?
I have not.
She's God in that movie. You should see it.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it's got Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it.
Wow. Makes me really want to see that movie.
I know.
So anyways, so then I would go over to my
Your alternative rock.
my brother's apartment.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I have a brother. His name's Michael. He's not a blood brother, but we've known each other basically since I've known him since he was I was born, and he's known
Yeah.
me since I was born. And he was 4 or 5 when I was born. I don't remember. But when he was young. Let's just say we were at a time in our lives when we would grab our Ninja Turtles and we would grab like our little monster trucks and we would play with Ninja Turtle action figures behind the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kids don't know about that. But
I mean, some of them might.
maybe to get away from their fucking phone.
Well, yeah, that too. Or their tablet.
Or their tablet. Or their laptop.
PlayStation or
PlayStation
whatever the
5.
heck. Their virtual Call of Duty crap. Whatever that stuff is.
Rainbow Six.
That's James, man. He's the one that plays the Rainbow Six.
He likes the Rainbow Six. Well, he may not play it now. I don't know what he plays now.
Whatever. Anyway, Rainbow
I'm
Six.
sure
Whatever.
he will tell me when he's on his own show. James, shout out to you. Because he's going to get his own show.
Oh, I know.
And that's going to be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So, fair warning. Not a day. So, I would
Okay,
go over,
anyway,
I
you
would
go
go over
to
to my
Michael's.
brother's house, friend of the family, and
I have a spring up my butt. Sorry.
then get it out of your butt.
I am. I did.
So, I would go over to his house, and I'd do like a sleepover, and we're playing Nintendo 64. Mine's behind me, sitting here. I don't know if you guys, nope, you can't see it, but it's behind me. And we would play Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And we'd stay up all night and get pizza and rent games from Blockbuster.
Oh, Blockbuster.
Yeah. And we'd stay up all night and play and everything. And it's like, all right, it's like 2:30 in the morning. We actually need to go to bed.
No, that's when you just stay up and then do it all over again.
Sometimes we would do that, and sometimes we wouldn't.
Yeah.
But he would
This
be
is
like,
why you sleep in until noon.
yes. He would get the radio,
Yeah.
and he'd start playing his music. And I'm like, Michael, let's play. It was 92.9 KBEZ is what it was. And it was the soft rock. I was like, Michael, let's hear some soft rock.
Oh my God.
And he would be like, no, partner. Here's what we're going to do.
Here's the real stuff.
Here's the stuff your mom's been hiding you from. It's like, what?
Because she
That's
doesn't
it?
listen to it.
No, she doesn't. He's like, here's the real stuff. So then he would turn that shit on, and it would be shit like Korn and Godsmack and Rob Zombie, and we got some Tool in here.
Tool. Yes.
And like, we'll get to this list here in a second.
all the things.
All the things.
That belongs over there, kind of.
Soft rock?
No,
Or-
not really.
No.
Top 40.
I don't know. She's
Anyway.
saying Chevelle needs to be moved over to the...
They would play it on K-Hits. They
Like-
play
like
half
what?
this shit on K-Hits.
Yeah, they play all this on 104.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God.
That's
Back
how
in
I.
the day.
That's
Back in the day.
that's how I found Shinedown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would get stuff like that. I'd get Korn and Godsmack, and I'm just sitting there like hearing. It's just like, oh, what's this? And then I hear their riff or their drums go off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. And you know, this is probably either 7 to 10-year-old me, 12-year-old
don't know.
me, somewhere in there. It's all kind of a blur up to about 15 years old. That's when I really start getting into that. And that's when my eyes really start opening up. I'm like, holy shit, bye, soft rock. This is the new stuff.
Yeah. It's always been there.
Okay, so Chevelle,
Yeah.
Shinedown,
Awesome.
Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
Disturbed.
Oh, they found Stained. Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Disturbed,
Yeah, a little bit.
Linkin Park,
Yes.
Three Doors Down,
Yep.
your beloved Evanescence.
Yep.
You are wearing their hoodie right now.
I am, but they were on Christian radio first, and she said, "Merp."
She said, "Merp."
We're done.
'Cause they
with
thought that
they're
her-
not Christian.
Her Bring Me to Life song was about.
I know.
Like a Jesus awakening.
moment.
Yeah.
No.
And it's something,
Sorry, peeps.
something completely different.
Yeah.
3 Days Grace,
Yes.
Papa Roach,
Yes.
Puddle of Mud,
Yep.
Green Day,
Mm-hmm.
Offspring, Blink-182, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Incubus, and there's many, many more. But this is just what I could kind of think of just off the top of my head.
Just go through your CD collection.
Yeah, it's in the closet. I don't want to dig that out.
Still.
I'm going to go through my iPod.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I got
It's
6,000
like
songs on it.
5 million songs on it.
Yeah, I got like 6,000
All
songs.
the good stuff.
Oh, it's good.
I know.
Oh, it's good. So then I start hearing all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is great. And then, of course, they would play some of these rock songs. And then they would play some of these pop songs, like your Britney Spears, your Christina Aguilera,
Not on 104.
On MTV.
You didn't say that.
I was getting there.
Whatever,
You cut.
anyway.
Yeah, excuse you.
Whatever.
It was getting there. They would play it on him because I'm leading up to a story.
Okay.
So, I am sitting there late at night, and I don't really have a favorite band yet.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what's my favorite band. And I would stay up late at night and watch MTV because that's the only thing on.
Because they actually played music videos back then.
They played like literally hours upon hours of music videos.
Yeah.
But at night, that's all they played.
Oh, I know.
From 11 till 6 in the morning.
Yeah, the good stuff.
That's all they... There's back-to-back commercial, another song. 3 or 4 more songs, commercial. And that's all they did.
Yeah.
It was great. So...
And then they got rid of that crap.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They're not
Because
music television
they want to play
anymore.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, and
Jersey
Teen
Shore.
Mom.
Yeah, oh boy. That sounds awesome.
Whatever.
So I would stay up late and watch MTV, all their videos. Not a lot, but from time to time. And one song stuck out to me. Okay? One song stuck out to me. It was a Foo Fighters song. And a song called Monkey Wrench. And it came out in your Everlong and My Hero CD. Came out on that CD. So I heard it. It was late at night. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I'm going to stay up. Fuck school. I'll just call in sick. One of those things.
You can't call it, well, yeah, you can call in sick to school.
This is the 90s. This isn't virtual learning with the COVID.
Anyway, whatever.
What? Could you not call in sick?
I mean, you can, but your mom would say, fuck that, you're going to school.
Oh, I would fake it. I mean, I can't make it.
Yeah, my mom said, nope, go to school.
No, there's a couple times I pulled that off, and I was able to. And then there's a couple times that she's like, well, I heard you staying up all night playing your Nintendo.
I was going to say, Nintendo, N64, whatever the heck you got.
Playing your Nintendo and all.
TV.
Yeah, I heard your TV on all last night. And
yeah.
You're going to get to school. And I'm like, God damn it.
So you sleep in class.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I take a nap when you're supposed to read. We had like a reading hour. We would read.
Yeah, that's why they make you read out loud.
No,
that's where the anxiety starts. Reading out loud.
My 4th grade teacher would have a reading time after recess, and she would put on some nice classical music,
and then we would sleep.
And then everybody would just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm reading." Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We didn't have that.
And be sleeping.
But anyway.
So I heard the song on MTV.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, this song is fucking awesome," but I didn't know they wrote the artist and the song title in the corner. You know how they give all the little corner details?
Yeah, at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, at the beginning and the end. But I was smart enough to be like, what is this? I'm going to try to read it. So I read, the only thing I read was Monkey Wrench.
Oh God, so what? You looked it up?
And I'm like, well, there's no internet right now at this time.
I mean...
You had dial-up, and that was the beginning, and that was when computers were hella expensive.
Well, yeah, I know, and you had Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, you had Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves was the original OG Google.
It took over your phone line.
So, that's why you get a second phone line. Whoops.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean...
Back in my day, I did not have that. My internet access was on the computer at school with Netscape.
Well, then, yeah, that's what we used too. And AOL and all that crap. So you just write it down. And look it up at school.
So what I did is I wrote the song down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, shit, what do I do with this? I know the song title. This is before you could just Google everything on your phone. Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves it. So I'm like, well... I'll just hang on to this then. And
do what?
Hold on. I would probably have to say about 6 months to a year later, there was a magazine. It's a little book.
My God.
I forget what it was called, Adventures or something. But it was a book that kept kids up with teen culture.
What?
I'd have to really look into that. But I remember getting this little subscription in this magazine for kids.
Highlights!
It's about yay big.
No.
Probably about the size of this guy.
Okay, sure.
And
we did highlights.
And I would get this book, and I'm going through it, filling out the puzzles and doing shit like that. And then I saw a photo of like 3 or 4 bands, and one of the bands was the Foo Fighters. So I'm like, oh shit, that's the band, that's the song that I like, because it looks like the guys in the music video, And then I'm like, oh! So, of course,
oh my gosh.
I don't know, like a week later, I go to Target. It was the Target.
Okay.
And I got their CD. And it was the CD that had the monkey wrench. And I'm like, I hope this is it. Because, like, process of elimination here.
You looked at the back of the CD.
Looked at the back of the CD. It said monkey wrench on it.
I think you're good to go.
And then, like, the guys that sang it in the video look like the guys in the photo. And the guys in the photo says Foo Fighters band on the bottom. So I'm like, oh, here we go.
Anyway, okay.
So, yeah. And I got that album. It's the color of the shape or the color of the shape.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
They spell it kind of weird. But, oh my God. That was back when an artist would come out with a song. Okay?
A single.
And you would run out and buy it. You'd be like, oh, I like that song so much. I'm going to buy this whole album, and not even heard the rest of the album.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter because you got the album, and now you listen to it at home and you repeat your favorite song that you like over and over.
Oh, I know.
But then you start venturing out and hearing other songs on the CD, and you're like, oh man,
this one's cool.
This is really good. This one's really not. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a simpler time back then.
So that's a lot of work, though.
Well, it's a lot of work when you don't have internet.
Yeah,
and it's the 90s, and Bill Gates is like, hey, I got this crazy idea. We could connect all the internets or all the computers in the world on this thing called the internet, and we'll connect it to your phone line. And then you could go to Ask Jeeves and Nick Jr. and Nickelodeon.com and AOL, and you could do instant messengers and bling, bling.
No, AOL was like, that's the only thing you went to, and it had like games and stuff. And we used our computer for math. Math Blaster. That was another one.
I tried to look up movie trailers. It was okay. It was okay. I was like, I got nothing else going on here. I can't play games because I wasn't really tech savvy with it.
Then you play Minesweeper.
I don't know. No.
Everybody loses at it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't think
good
anybody knows how to play that game anyway.
There's a way. They tell you in the instructions, but I don't understand them.
I just click the things, and if you hit the bomb, you blow up.
Yeah.
So, and then you try again.
Then you refresh it. You hit the little smiley face or the X guy. He's got the X's over his eyes.
The X is anyway. I don't know. Yes.
Like when you hit the bomb.
Yeah.
Like your guy's like
the
dead.
Guy
the little circle.
The
smiley face
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And you click him, and he refreshes.
Yeah.
The refresh.
And then you just go again.
Yeah. I've started getting really good at that game.
Did you know how to play?
I've kind of figured it out on my own. Like if you had a 5, there were 5 of them, but that one got kind of tricky. But if you play on beginner and you had 1, it was pretty good. If you had 2, you could kind of figure it out. I got really good at beginner. And then I went to whatever the next one was.
Like intermediate?
I guess.
The medium?
Advanced, or whatever the medium one was. And
then the boxes would get bigger.
I did okay on the medium. And I tried whatever that last one was. Expert. Or hard or whatever. The box is like this fucking big. And then all the little stupid squares. And you're like...
Where do I start?
And then you're like, oh shit, let's just go in the middle. And let's hope that it's a blank one so that all this other crap opens up and it's all blank area. And
now then you die. Do you plant the flags where the mines you think are?
That's what I thought.
Because I know if you click it again, it was an X.
An X?
Yeah. Which
means it's definitely there?
I don't know. I always thought the flag means it's there.
I thought, anyway, I don't know. I don't remember. I thought the flag was you think it's there.
Yeah.
Because you only have a certain amount.
You only got a certain amount of flags. So maybe it's like you think it's there and the X means it is there.
One of the two.
And then like the numbers would kind of tell you where
they're located.
Yeah.
Like if it's...
How many spaces over or something.
No.
No?
Adjacent to it. Like touching.
Mm.
Like if it was a 5 and you had 6 or 7 boxes around it, you had to figure out, okay, if there's 7 boxes around the 5, you got to figure out, okay, there's 2 blanks.
Yeah. No,
and all that stuff.
I just randomly clicked. And then I would always die. And I get the explosion picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this game's terrible. I'm going to play like Hearts or something.
Yeah, I didn't play that one. I
Solitaire.
played Solitaire.
Solitaire.
Yeah.
So, where were we?
Oh, yeah, music.
Music. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got off on a little tangent there.
That's fine. We can do that.
So, yeah, I start listening to Foo Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I listened to System of a Down. Because then, like, in my early teens,
yeah,
that's when System of a Down kind of came out. And I'm like, oh, shit, man. This is awesome. So I would put the CD in.
Yeah.
You know, I same thing. I'd hear their song on the radio. I'd buy the album. I listen to the song, listen to the other songs, crank it up at home. My mother was like,
Your
turn
mom
that shit off.
hated you.
Turn that shit off. I was like, she's
My
not
parents
doing that.
Too.
You're
Yeah.
not doing that in this
No.
home. I'm like, what?
All this. Yeah. Yeah. That same.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? This isn't music.
And then I didn't really get into Stain so much until
Oh,
they came out.
2001, it was on.
Like, I
Yes.
knew about it. I knew about their It's Been a While song and their Outside song.
All of it.
And I
all
didn't-
of it.
I knew it.
As soon as
And
he
I'm like-
came on, it was like, have you heard this shit? Yes.
I didn't really hit me because I'm like, okay, so those are good songs, and that's kind of it.
What?
But the one that hit me was from the 14 Shades of Grey album, and that was the So Far Away. When I heard that shit on the radio, it was like, I think Jesus landed on the White House lawn. You know, I was just like, oh my God, this is my shit. And I started at 14 Shades of Grey. Mm-hmm. Now, by that time, there were probably 2 or 3 albums in already.
Oh, yeah.
So then I was like, oh my God, this whole fucking CD's fire.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back. So then I
Start
start
at the beginning.
Yeah, I got their second released CD, and I got their third released CD, which is It's Been a While on Outside.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, "Oh my God, these guys are the same. These guys are the same people. Like he did this one." And
But
I'm like,
his first CD was like
his first CD,
hardcore,
his
rock,
yeah,
heavy metal, and they were like, fuck to the no.
that's correct. They had a CD. It was
That
called.
was a good CD too.
It's called Tormented.
Yes.
It's the CD, and I actually found one because
Right?
they're like limited.
Oh, I know.
So I found one. I have it. It was really hard, really heavy, really heavy, hardcore stuff. So he came out with that, and they were like, "Oh, you got to get in the scene in the Boston area,
Right.
and in order for you to get in the scene, you got to come out with heavy metal because that's the thing right now."
Right.
So they'd come out with heavy metal, and they kind of broke in a little bit. And Mr. Aaron Lewis, he was kind of thinking of like, I want to go a little bit more like a progressive rock,
Right.
and not so much heavy metal.
Yeah.
So he did his second album, which is Dysfunction,
Yeah.
and that had Home on it.
Yeah.
And then that was the big one, and a couple other ones. And then he did his Break the Cycle, which is
That's the
third, and that's the one that had It's Been a While and
yeah.
Outside and Epiphany.
That's
and
the one
that's
that
the
blew
one that,
up on the radio. Yeah.
It stopped the world.
Yeah.
Stopped the world. And I think after that, you know, because he had his 14 Shades of Grey,
Yeah, that was a good one.
and that one
too.
had like Price to Play. Mm-hmm. Is it Price to Play? Price to Pay? One of those.
One of those.
So Far Away, which
Yeah.
is the one that I heard.
Yeah.
And then I think they had no, that's on the next one. They had a couple other ones that were like minor hits.
Yeah.
On that
But
they
they're
played on the
still
radio.
good.
But those two right there on that album, that was major.
Yeah.
And then they had, let's see, they had Chapter 5, and that had Right Here.
See, and this is where I was like, right here's good, but I'm into this stuff now.
Yeah.
Other stuff.
See, I was set because
I know.
I had Foo Fighters, System of a Down, and Stained when I was a kid.
Right.
Teenager years, and Foo Fighters and System of a Down, they got too political for me. They start really like too political for me.
They just
Stain,
come and go.
And
Come and go is what
Stain was
all
like,
music
look,
does.
we don't give a shit. We're just gonna make good music, and that's what they did. And
Right.
they keep going.
Yeah.
And then of course they had The Illusion of Progress, which has Our Wedding song on it.
Yeah, I know. It's a good song.
It's a good song. I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna... Anyway, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about other music.
You know. And then, Mr. Lewis comes out with his country stuff now.
Yeah.
He went back to his Stain stuff for a little bit, which is it's an album. I hate it when artists do this, but it's an album. His music group's called Stained, and his album is called Stained. They call it a self-titled album.
Yeah.
That's the name of the album.
But that's usually what artists debut with.
I know.
I don't know. Whatever.
But he came out with good songs on that one, and then he's
Yeah.
going off in his country shit.
Right.
And
it's still good.
It keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
I feel like you just when you
and
think
he always
it's
plays the Stain stuff.
just when you think
And
that
then he gives you just a tip
yeah,
on some things too.
gives you just a tip. If you ever go see him live, he'll do just the tip. So in other words, he'll play covers of other songs, and he'll do like 5
Little
or 10
ditties.
seconds or the chorus of certain songs, and then
He'll fuck that shit up too.
He'll fuck it up, he'll be in the wrong tone, or he's just having fun.
It's just fun.
And he calls it just the tip.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. So, and then of course, since I'm getting introduced to Godsmack and Rob Zombie and Tool by my brother,
Yeah.
I start dipping into like, all right, so this is what my brother listens to. What other stuff do I want to listen to? Here you go. You want some more?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So I got into Slipknot for a little bit.
I didn't get into them. I know who they are, and I've heard their music. It's not my cup of tea.
It's an acquired taste. It's like a heavy metal for people who are not familiar with them. It's like a heavy metal, slap in your face kind of music.
Yeah.
And being an angry teenager at this point in my life, it fit perfect. It's
Of
like
course.
2 peas in a pod, just fit perfect. And then one band that I liked, it kind of comes and goes, is Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah.
They come and go. They're pretty good.
They're good.
And then one band that I absolutely love that I discovered later
Yeah, which is so weird.
was 311, which is completely different than the rest of this list, if you ever hear their stuff.
Oh, I know.
And
I heard them before you probably heard them.
who, 311?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been around. They were around in the beginning 90s.
No, I know. I heard them in like probably 96.
Now, I heard them on the radio, but I never all right, that's cool. Yeah, I'll just...
You didn't look into them like Foo Fighters?
I'll go to LimeWire and I'll take
Oh
that
my
song
God.
later. Oh, yeah.
You want to go to Napster and give your computer AIDS?
Give my computer AIDS for this 311 song.
I mean, that's how I got my whole entire iPod list. Rest in peace, iPod.
Oh, rest in peace. Poor guy.
I know. I gotta get my songs back.
It's all right. We'll build them back. We'll build them back better and more.
No!
What? Better and more.
No.
I don't know how you want
Not
to
even any of that build back better crap.
Build back better.
No.
No? Or Kamala's quote that she you sent me. Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, Did I delete it?
I don't know. If you don't delete my messages, it'll be on there.
Oh, I deleted it out of here.
But go to my messages then.
Oh, here. It's just in here.
Recently deleted? There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Here.
What's that say? This is a Kamala Harris quote right now. I heard this on the radio.
I can't believe you heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
I just heard it. I just saw that in a group. And I was like, what the heck is this shit?
Mark K.
Yeah.
Who's on our conservative channels. He aired this, and he aired it like 3 times. And he's like, what? What did she say? And he played it, and he like dissected it, and he's just like, what? She says, this is a quote from Kamala Harris. Sorry, we're getting off on a tangent again.
Yeah,
but this is what happens. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. That is an exact quote.
So keep doing what you're doing.
There you go. That is an exact quote. There you go. So you can see it. That is an exact quote from Kamala.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts, ain't it?
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what is that?
What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
No. To me, it just means keep doing what you're doing.
That's what I interpreted it as.
I don't know.
Because the guy that was interviewing her, he asked her, I think the question was, how are you going to get out of this COVID mess?
Just keep doing what you're doing?
Doing what you...
To me, that means keep masking.
Masking and
shots. I'm like, no.
Okay, we're going to...
Anyway.
That is for a different time.
Whole different story.
Set like 2 hours of your time away for that one.
Okay, we're done with this.
So, but I'm talking about 311.
Oh, I know, but you don't have to keep a note for that.
I was almost done.
Okay, anyway, 311.
I didn't discover them till later.
I know.
And it was probably about in high school, at the end of high school. They came to Kane's Ballroom, 2005. And they came to Kane's Ballroom, and I wanted to go, but I didn't have a ride. And, of course, being 17, I didn't have money.
Well, of course not.
But I wanted to go.
That's okay. That's what happens when you go to $20 shows at Kane's Ballroom and you go to freaking, what?
BOK Center?
No. Oh, hell no. This was way before BOK Center.
Okay.
No.
$20 a ticket.
Yeah, who did we see? Oh, Bowling for Soup.
That was your first one?
No.
At Kane's Ballroom?
Yeah, at Kane's Ballroom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
First one at Kane's Ballroom.
And then Hailstorm and Mercyfall and 3 Days Grace, Seether.
You saw Seether at Kane's?
No. That was in Hutch.
Oh.
At the State Fair. Drove 4 hours.
I don't know if I would drive 4 hours to see
You
Seether.
drove 4 hours to see Evanescence and Lindsey Sterling.
Well, that's different.
On one day.
That was rough. Okay, story time. So, we decide to go to a concert in, what is it? Kansas City. Was it the Missouri side or the Kansas side? I think it was the Kansas side.
No, it was by the zoo.
So where's that at?
I think that's the Missouri side.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway.
So we go there.
Kansas City.
We go there. And it's a 4-hour drive from where we're at. So what we do is we decide, you know what? We're gonna get in our car and we're gonna drive up there and see the show.
Can't help that I went to work that same day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So we go up there and we see the show. Drive there was pretty good. We kept ourselves entertained with some car karaoke. And
yeah, you kept us entertained with car karaoke.
Yeah. It was just Butler and I.
Whatever.
And we enjoyed the show and it was really good. But the hard part was coming back. We drove 4 hours up there.
Yeah.
Saw the show, which is like, 2-3 hours long. 4 hours long. I don't know. It was daylight when we got there. Yeah. And it was nighttime when we left.
Well, yeah.
Like not like, oh, the sun is setting. No. Nighttime.
Like, not like midnight pitch black, but still pitch black.
So we were like, oh my God, we're kind of tired.
I gotta go back home.
You gotta go home because I had
to work, or you had to work.
I think I worked the next day. Somebody worked the next day. So she drove up there and I drive back. Well, what happened was on the way home, we're probably about
Owasso.
2 hours. No, it's...
Oh, that's when I fell asleep.
Yeah, you fell asleep about 2 hours into it. So I'm just driving with like a harmonica because I picked up a harmonica from our Dallas trip and I brought it with us to entertain us. So it's probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We got a couple hours left, and I'm just like, I'm getting kind of sleepy, and I'm sitting there just kind of playing the harmonica just to kind of keep my mind off of falling asleep at the wheel. Yeah. We get to Owasso, and Owasso's probably about,
30 minutes
30
away.
minutes from our home?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there still driving, playing the harmonica, and I'm like, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. And I'm like, make sure I stay awake here, almost there. And I'm like, now, welcome to Tulsa. And I'm like, oh, we're almost there.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. I think we got back at like 3:30 in the morning.
Something like that.
And I said, fuck everything in the car.
Yeah, we left it.
We just fucking left it. We came upstairs into my apartment, and we just crashed. We just like, I don't know if I slept.
I don't know. Whatever.
You slept in the bed. I slept on the couch.
We passed out.
I don't know. Wherever I fell is where I slept, and I think I fell on the couch.
Okay.
So there's a story.
I don't remember.
But I went and saw 311.
Yeah.
I keep trying to get to this.
Sorry.
So we can move on to stuff that.
No.
Some artists that you like to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like the shit back here.
Oh, we'll get there.
No. Anyway, 311.
So 311. I wanted to see him in high school.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
didn't have money, and I didn't have like a ride. My mother was like sheltering me like a little raccoon. You know, you can't go out. No, that can't go. It's like, but it's a band. I want to go see the band. Nope, can't go.
It's okay. I went to Hanson.
So when the following year after high school, I had some money working at the shop. I went and saw 311. I only had the Greatest Hits CD at this time.
That's okay.
So I went and saw 311 at Kane's Ballroom. They came the following year, 2006, and I had fucking dope ass time. And they played songs at the time that I didn't know, and then they played songs that I did know. So it's kind of like a 50-50. I knew about half their songs, but still, it's like, oh, I'm hooked for life now. I immediately ran out because I was making welder money at this time.
And bought all the things.
I bought all their CDs. Now, they don't have like 4 or 5. They got like 8 or 10 of them.
No, I know.
So I got all their CDs, and I listened to them on shuffle for like, I don't know, 4 months straight.
Yeah,
and then when they came back to Kane's Ballroom again in 2007, I went again, and I just fucking lost my brain. It just went nuts. I just went crazy. I have not missed a 311 show since about 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that. I think it's 2007. So they went in 2006. Then the next show that I went to was 2007. They came here like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
I have not missed a show since 2007.
Right.
Okay. So that was the 311 story. And I have not met any of these artists except for Mr. Aaron Lewis.
I was going to say, you've met Aaron Lewis.
That's called a build-up.
Whatever.
I build up to a story.
Whatever.
Just follow along. Follow the bouncing ball, brother.
There is no bouncing ball.
Follow the bouncing ball.
Anyway.
So, I met Mr. Aaron Lewis, who I think is personally one of the best acoustic guitar people, songwriter, kind of overall. I think he's probably one of the best personally. I know this is going to be highly debatable. I know everybody's got their own opinions, and that's fine. For me and my life, I think he is. That's how I started the show.
Okay, we're done.
That's like the artist that I love, and I've seen him like 6 times. I've met him like 5 times. Got a lot of photos with him. It's just
all the things.
All the things. I miss my paper. Can I have my paper?
God.
I need it. Oh, easy. People are listening to this. You don't want to slam things on the table. So, now I know you were into like the pop and rap scene. Oh. So, read some of these off to me and tell me what you think.
Okay. Biggie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Run DMC. Yeah. Tupac. Got ya.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Cube. Yes and no. Jay-Z, yeah. Big Pimpin'.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem, yeah. 50 Cent, yes. LL Cool J, a little bit.
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper, they were, yeah. What a Man. Snoop Dogg, yes, definitely. These are all like, well, early 90s. And then we get into Missy Elliott, yeah, that was late 90s, early 2000s. Busta, that one, yeah. Luda, yes, yes. Outkast, early 2000s-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. T.I., yeah,
he's got his moments.
He's got his moments.
Yeah, I kind of wrote this down because I didn't listen to a lot of rap when I was younger, but it's one of those since I've gotten older.
Hit it now.
And this terrible rap that we will get to here in a moment is so fucking bad.
Oh, I know. It's not even music.
I went back. Another one I forgot to add. Mike Jones. With his one song that says, Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones, who? That one?
Yeah.
And then there's one where he gives out his... okay, so...
Anyway.
I hung out with Nick, and that's Pittsburgh Nick.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nick.
Hi, Nick. He would listen to 50 Cent. He would listen to... who else?
Luda.
Maybe a little bit of Luda. He liked Mike Jones. I remember him playing it on his computer when I'd go over there and play football on his PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah. And, yeah, he likes the 50 Cent and the, not so much, I don't know if he likes any of these guys else. I don't know. He'd probably just be like, oh, yeah, I listen to all of them.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I didn't really get into that too much, these guys, until I got a little bit older. And I started appreciating the older music because the newer music started to get so bad. And that's when I kind of got into a little bit of Tupac and Ice Cube, a little bit of 50 Cent. Let's see.
Nelly, you forgot Nelly.
Nelly's not on here. See,
you forgot Nelly. What the heck?
Nelly. So like these guys, I didn't really get into them as soon as they were coming out. But as the years went on...
This shit is fire!
as things went on, I would go to house parties. I would go to, hanging out with friends, and they'd have their stereo going.
Yeah.
And I
Coolio?
would write...
You didn't put Coolio on here.
Oh, my goodness.
Coolio. You don't gotta write it now.
Well, I'm writing it now. Too bad. So I would kind of get bits and pieces like, who is this? It's like, it sounds like Ice Cube. It's like, yeah, it's Ice Cube with his Dangerous song.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, shit, got to write that down. Put it on the iPod. Take it later off of LimeWire.
Napster.
And, like, Tupac, I know the Biggie and Tupac thing. I knew more about it, 5 or 10 years later compared to as it was happening. I've heard as it was happening, it was fucking insane. I heard about it later. I remember the part where... Will Smith brought up Biggie and Tupac's mom on stage on MTV Movie Awards to kind of hash it out or be at peace with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's that all about? Let me look back into that and see what all this is.
Oh my God,
and then,
write crap down.
Yeah.
So you can look it up at school.
So I can look it up at school.
While you're doing your computer typing class.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
I know.
They're doing my math. Got to do some math. Puzzle games on the computer. Somebody like,
computer class was
Tupac death. And I'm like, damn. Oh, Biggie death. Oh, damn. And, yeah. And we're
people
supposed to be,
still think Tupac's alive, man.
I don't know.
How
old would he be if he was alive?
I have no idea.
I think he passed when he was 25 or 26. He was young.
I think he'd be in his 50s.
Yeah, he'd be probably in his 50s.
I don't know. Anyway, people still think he's alive for some reason.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So we had a lot of good music. Here's the thing about this that I was trying to get to lean towards is when you think of a Tupac song, you know it.
Right.
When you think of an Eminem song,
you know it.
You think of LL Cool J, Snoop Dogg, Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes. Everybody's unique in their own way.
They have their own style.
Everybody's rapping or singing, including the rock bands, including the country stars, including they're talking or singing about certain topics.
Right.
Or they're singing about certain events in their life.
Hoes.
Different area codes. I know 50 Cent's rapping about being in the club all the time.
Yeah. Because it's your birthday.
Gotta talk about your birthday. Gotta talk about your birthday. Missy Elliott's talking about losing control with her music. And, everybody was different. Everyone had their own voice. But now we go into music nowadays, and I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. Oh
I'm just going to name a couple of these people.
I don't even know who three-quarters of those people are.
So
I have no idea.
So I'm going to ask you a couple questions here. Have you heard of Dua Lipa?
I've heard the name. I don't know.
Name one song.
I have no idea.
Okay. Camila Cabello.
I've heard the name, and if you gave me a song of hers, I'd probably be like, yeah, I know it, but I don't link the two together.
Manskin?
Same thing. I know of the name. I've heard probably one song. Couldn't tell you what the heck they do. Or who the hell they are.
Let's see. There's one I wrote down. Glass Animals.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Camino?
No.
No, you don't know?
No.
And then, of course, just for shits and giggles, I wrote down all the rappers that had little.
Minus Bow Wow.
Yeah. All the rappers that had little that start with the beginning of their name. So you got like Lil B.
Who is that?
Don't know. You got Lil Baby.
I don't know.
Two different people.
Yeah.
Lil Got It, I think is what it is. Goat It.
I have
Got
no
it.
idea.
Lil Keed.
Nope.
Lil Mossy or Mosey. Mossy.
Mosey?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I have no idea.
Lil Nas X.
Nas X. I only know that, and that's from the Old Town Road song.
Yeah.
With Billy.
And that's just because of the commercial.
Can't break my heart. Achy breaky heart.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Did you know that song was such a hit for Billy Ray Cyrus that when he goes on a show, he does a concert. I heard about this on the TV. That song, Achy Breaky Heart, is such a big hit that he opens with that song in his shows.
Yeah.
He plays that song during the middle of his set.
Oh my gosh.
And then he plays it at the end of his show.
Okay, new kids don't even do that. No.
Yeah. That's how big that song was for him.
That's ridiculous.
I guess all the other ones don't matter for him.
They don't, because everybody knows Achy Breaky Heart, and that's it.
And he plays it 3 times, from my understanding.
That's ridiculous.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I know.
You got Lil Peep.
Who?
You got Lil Pump.
No.
Now I think Lil Pump is the one that's got the hair strands are all different colors.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't know who these people are.
Now, when you get on to these popular channels, like the radio
stations.
It's all
crap.
Can you tell the songs apart?
No.
Now, you could tell the classic songs apart. You can tell our music apart.
Right.
They all sound different.
Right.
Can you tell today's music apart?
It's all junk.
It's all like
noise.
Trash.
It's noise.
It's terrible. Where's the fire?
There's no fire.
You know,
it's all
you hear an Evanescence song and it fires your ass.
Fire.
Puddle of Mud song.
Fire.
You got a Rob Zombie song.
Yeah.
But then you hear Lil Pump.
Who?
You
Seriously, I don't know.
Lil Tecca.
They just making crap up now.
I feel like they are. There's Lil Uzi Vert.
Whatever.
I spelled all these correctly, by the way. I don't know how I'm sure we're pronouncing them terribly wrong.
I have no
but
idea.
Little Xan?
Like Xanax?
I think.
He
looks like he's 19 years old.
Doesn't even know what the hell that is.
He's 19. It looks like he's 19 years old. He has tattoos under his eyes.
Like Nelly had the eye patch?
Yeah,
and the Band-Aid?
But they're tattoos.
I know.
Yeah, like that. He has the one Band-Aid on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, tattoos.
So this kid needs to go to jail, is what I'm hearing from you.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, tattoos under the eyes, what the hell?
Usually they got a teardrop. Means they killed somebody in
prison.
That's usually what it means. He just has, I don't know, some...
I've never seen this
Chinese lettering on...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe it's like the chicken menu at a Chinese restaurant.
Probably.
I don't know.
Or probably says, fuck you. He don't know.
And
it's
then
in Chinese.
Little Yachi?
Yacht?
Yachty?
Yachty? Yeah, it looks like yacht with
Yachty?
a Y.
Yachty.
I have no idea.
You want to add any of these guys to your playlist?
No, because it's all junk.
So, yeah, we just wanted to kind of talk about that. And
that's crap.
How our music is a lot different. We've been talking for over an hour.
That's okay. But have you noticed that the kids nowadays, they're going back to our music?
Here's the thing that reminded me. I talked to somebody at work.
Yeah.
Okay. And I asked him, what artist do you like? And he goes, oh, I just kind of get one song and move on. So,
from who?
So
from these people?
So just whoever's famous or popular right now. But here's the thing. Back in our day, we would buy
a CD,
the whole CD, and get the whole CDs, and then we would go and see them in concert, and then we would buy the next CD, and then we'd jam out on the radio, and did the whole thing. Recorded on cassette. You kids don't know about that, but recorded on cassette. If we get a good copy, or
record it off the radio
before we would get the CD, and then we get the CD. We did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kids now, one of them says, "Yeah,
they put like one song on their iPod.
Let's do Tay Tay." Okay, we know who Taylor is. Taylor Swift. If they hear one song that they like of Taylor Swift, they'll just get that one song.
I do that sometimes, but that's like because I don't care for the other songs on the CD type of thing, or like I only want to listen to this one song from this one playlist.
Now that's
or CD.
Now I understand that, and I've got a couple of those.
That's not like this.
Quite
crap.
A few, but the majority of the kids listening to stuff now, that's all they do. So they don't have
that's why they go back.
Yeah, they don't have,
fire CDs.
Fire CDs, or it's just like I can't hit skip because every song's great on this CD. But I will tell you. Writing all this stuff down today, kind of doing a little bit of research and a little bit of like my homework with everything. There might be some hope because when I listen to these songs, not this new bullshit, I'm talking about stuff that we used to listen to back in the day. I forget
good stuff.
I forget who I was listening to, but I was listening to some of these songs as I was writing them down, the artists.
Yeah.
And I was reading the comments as the song's playing, and there's a lot of this whole like, thumbs up on my comment if you're still listening to this during quarantine.
Right. Whatever.
Shit like that.
Anyway.
But then there's a lot of comments where people it's like, oh, I haven't heard this song in 15 years.
Right.
But I feel like it's
the
first time I've heard it.
Still fire.
Brings me back to my teenage years.
Right.
Oh, it's great. With a mix of comments like, oh my God, I was born in the wrong time.
See, that's when you're like, just hit this stuff.
Yeah.
And forget all the other crap.
Just go back in time just a little bit.
20 plus years.
20 years ago. Let's start with
so
1990. I mean, the 80s were good too. 80s had good. Shh.
You. Shh.
I know how old I am. You know how old you are?
Yeah, I do. And you anyway.
That was 10 years ago.
I wish.
The 90s were 10 years ago.
I wish.
I told you this before. You know they're making a 90s show, right?
Yeah, I know.
You know it's the same as the equivalent.
That's okay. New Year's Eve, they did whatever, kicking it back to the 90s.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's
crap
Eve bash.
At the, wherever it was, casino. Yeah.
Oh, at the Hard Rock Casino.
Yeah, I wanted to go, and I was like, well, crap. And they were actually there. Jeff Timmons and Chris Kirkpatrick. Yeah, they were
Who
there.
are bands of people who don't know?
98 Degrees and NSYNC.
There you go. Because
Yeah.
I forgot. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't know either.
They know.
I'm sure a lot of them know.
They know.
But people
Anyway,
like me that didn't hear it. So, yeah,
Kids today.
there is some hope of kids nowadays going back and hearing our music.
The good stuff.
And they're like, oh my God, this song is really good. You know,
looking farther into them.
Looking farther into it or something, or I'm staying away from today's music. And I've looked up some of today's songs, and people are like,
whatever.
You know, oh my God, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Or like,
It's noise.
I forget, like all the normal Justin Bieber comments.
Bieber
like,
is no.
Or like the Lil Pump.
Whatever, yeah.
Lil Pump.
Yeah.
He raps about is it Gucci? Is that the one that he does? Yeah.
He
just says Gucci like 15 times every minute.
Like
I'll play it.
Buy Gucci.
I'll play the song in the car on the way to dinner.
Okay.
So you know. But
I have no idea.
It's that where people are like, oh my God, they're making fun of it. So one of the comments said, Gucci gets to Lil Pump and he says, every time you mention our name
I was gonna say,
in your
they
song,
get royalties?
I don't know.
They better.
People are joking about it though.
He needs to be giving them money.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but people are joking about it. They're like,
I mean,
hey, if you mention our bags, our company name in your song, we'll give you $100 every time. This is a joke.
Right.
Every time that you mention our song, our title. Let's start over.
Your name.
Because I'm trying to hurry up.
No, I know. You're fine.
Every time you mention our Gucci name in your music video, we'll give you $100. Or song, we'll give you $100.
I think he should be paying
And
Gucci.
people are joking that's why he wrote a song
Called Gucci?
It's called Gucci, and
whatever.
that's all he says. The entire song.
He didn't know what else to talk about or sing about or rap about or whatever.
And he's got
there ain't no hard times in the hood anymore.
I guess not, because look at these guys down here.
The hood is still out there.
It's still out there.
Shootings every freaking weekend in Chicago.
Tupac, Ice Cube, Eminem, 50 Cent,
Cool J,
Snoop Dogg.
Coolio.
These guys were raised in hard times. These guys were raised in hard times and brought out the best of that music.
Yeah.
And now you've got
Little Pump, whatever the heck that is.
You've got going the other way. You've got Little Mossy, Little Nas X. You've got Pete, Pump, Tekka, Zan, Yachi. They're raised in like these. Keed. Keed. That's a K. Keed. You got these guys being raised in the rich neighborhood.
Well, yeah, they don't have nothing to sing about.
All they do is sing about getting money.
Right, because they get it from their mama.
And doing drugs, I think.
I can see that. They're probably 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them look like they're 19 and 20.
They're already got Gucci.
Yeah, they already got all this stuff.
Gucci.
They're like,
and they don't need anything.
Yeah, I got my fancy car.
I got my Bentley over there, and I got my Louis Vuitton on, and.
But then you watch a Missy Elliott music video.
Yeah.
The one is music makes you lose control.
That's fire.
That one. You see how everyone's dancing, choreography, all that stuff.
What do they do?
They literally just kind of walk around like this. They got all their fancy watches on, and they walk around. I'll show it to you in the car.
Okay, anyway.
I'll show it to you in the car.
Yeah. They don't know how to do it.
Okay, you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so that's our music talk.
Music is crap
With
today.
about 20 different tangents, but
Yeah,
that's
okay. That's the point of the show.
that's the idea. That's the whole idea of what's going on is like I want to try to capture those moments. I want to try to capture those like here's a topic and then here's 15 side stories for the topic.
Well, yeah.
So that's I think this one worked out really well. You talked a lot more. I fixed your audio.
That's good. I'm glad the audio's fixed.
You were locked in. You were locked in.
Anyway.
Yeah, I forgot to flip a couple switches back there. But we remembered this time. See?
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
I know.
So, I know that I will probably do, if you want to be on the next one, that's fine. I want to do like a solo one.
That's fine. Do that one.
And then we'll start bringing people in. I know there's a few people that want to watch this. Oh, I'm sorry. Want to be on the show. On the show.
I'll be out.
Well, I mean, I would like for you to come back.
No, it's anyway. I know. I'll come back.
Well, I mean, like, not as far as, like, you don't have to sit in on James's show.
James might be funny.
James is going to be fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, I know.
We've already...
talking about random
James and I
shit.
have already discussed this. I don't think you want to sit on Jessica's show.
No.
With about... she wants to talk about...
Manifestation
and ghosts.
Nah.
I think. And probably whatever else comes to her mind. And then I'm sure Pittsburgh Nick wants to be on the show. We'll probably talk about stuff.
Football.
Matt is the football show.
Oh, okay.
I told him that. I was like, hey, Matt, you want to be on the show? We can talk about football before the Super Bowl.
No!
He's like a wealth of knowledge when it comes to football. And
when is the Super Bowl?
It is the 13th of February, which is a Sunday.
Well, yeah. Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
I know it was a Sunday, but I don't know when.
13th, I think.
Okay, I have no idea.
So, there you
Stop
go.
picking your nose.
I'm clearing the burgers, making sure there's nothing else hanging in there.
There's nothing there.
Okay. Just
You're
making
good.
Sure. It's just me checking
Anyway.
myself. Okay.
Okay.
So there you go. That's the show. Hope you enjoy
We're
it.
done.
We're gonna go get something to eat now, and
tune in next time.
yeah, tune in next week on the Butler Show. My name's Tom,
I'm Maggie.
and we will see you another time, another day. What's a good closer for that?
I don't know.
See you again.
Sure.
We'll see you again. We
We'll
will
figure it out later.
have a good one.
Whatever you want to say.
I don't know. We're still. Bye, people.
There
about
you
that?
go.
Bye,
Bye,
people.
people.
Bye, Felicia.
That too.